Welcome to the first set of the day as the Chinese player rings the town bell because you gotta gather those villagers up as fast as you can. You don't have food after all, we need to get working right now. Alrighty then. It's a Category A matchup between Team Combi and QNA. Now you can tell which is which by the colors on the scoreboard. So let's just introduce the players. I guess we can just start with blue here because we were over here anyways. In the blue, we've got Lobo de la Nieve playing as the Chinese. In the green, we've got I am Titas playing with the Hindustanis. Alright. In the teal, we have Uzi playing as the Mayans. Now, Uzi's a pretty well-known player as well, so you'll probably have seen his name before. In the purple, we've got Noisig, another very well-known player as well, playing with the Saracens. In the yellow, we've got Filoso playing as the Franks. And then in the red, we've got a Vietnamese player who is doing Vietnamese player things. Yep, there's a lame. It's Felipe trying to lame this elephant, and blue is not happy about that. I think red already lamed the goat, and is now trying to get the elephant, but blue blocks it enough, and red gives up on the lame. Didn't take a whole lot of damage on his scout, so it's okay, but blue will probably be happy to know that he is not going to get lamed as Chinese, because getting lamed as Chinese is like the worst thing ever. It's terrible. You start with so little food, you need that food. If you get lamed, you're screwed, man. You have to make a lot of farms, your uptime is going to be terrible. That's why Chinese is a risky pick, because your start is rather wacky and wonky, as they would say. Hello, Campi Granate. Hi, Red Prince. Today, Mitsubishi versus Granada. That is true. It is on the schedule. Yep, if you use the schedule command, you can see when that match is scheduled to take place. I think it's the fifth set today, actually. So, but yes, that will most certainly be casted today. All right. So yeah, after that attempted laming, I guess red is just gonna stay home. Of course, purple could still come forward and lame, but yeah, teal taking in that forward elephant is going to make sure that that doesn't happen. I think Noisig though is probably just going to be very happy to just you know, have a nice uptime and get those Saracen archers out versus Mayans. Well, we should probably talk a little bit about the Civ matchup, right? Let's start with the pockets. I like to talk about pockets a lot because, you know, I like pocket playing. Anyways, in the green, Hindustanis versus the yellow Franks. Now that means that when the pockets fight mano a mano, Hindustanis are the better civs. For one, they have the better boom, and two, they have camels that attack faster. Franks don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance against Hindustanis if they play it meta. That is knight versus camels. There's just no way. So you have to. It is mano a mano. Yep. Tim, do you know what MCUH means? Yes, I do. That is why I always abbreviate it unless I have to, because I didn't know that last time, and you guys had me saying that the entire tournament, and I had no idea, which I was very mad about this time when I found out. It's okay though. Right, but as I was saying, Hindustanis versus Franks. If you play it meta, Franks in a 1v1 game have to do something else than just knights. Like, you have to get some monks out, maybe a pikeman switch could be an idea, playing archers, I don't know, something, right? Because just camels, straight versus straight knights, it's not going to be good for the Frank players. So, that also means that the dynamic of this team game are a little bit different. Whereas for green, because his camels do not have any bonus in castellates anymore, besides except for that faster attacking, which is nice, it doesn't really help you against crossbows, which will be on the field. Which means that green is going to have a harder time fighting around red and around purple, which means he really needs his flanks to come through and kill the archers from the other flanks so that he can engage the knights from yellow. For yellow, it's the other way around. He needs to engage the archers from his opponent's flanks, so that his flank can then kill the camels. You see, it's kind of like the world upside down. So when you play against camels or with camels, it kind of changes how you play the game a little bit, to a degree. You have to play feudal hard and take one out of the flanks if your opponent has Hindustanis. Now that is a good one as well. Yeah, because before the camels come out, the dynamic is essentially the same. So if you can indeed take out one of the flanks, make sure that they are behind, can't make a lot of archers, that leaves them a lot more vulnerable on this side, because if there's one civilization that can't defend itself 2v1, it's a camel civ. You're not going to be able to defend yourself against knights and crossbows if you do not have your own crossbows at your base. So that's kind of the win condition for sure. As we have a A Drush come forward for blue right now. Alright. Chinese Drush to buy himself some time, but that's risky with Chinese though. You don't have a lot of food to start with, and that's going to really delay blue as well. So he better do some damage with this. And Drush is finding some damage though. Red's going to have to pull these villagers off of the berries, and one Vil will go down here. So the Drush kills the Vil. That's good. I think Red probably not expecting a Drush from the Chinese player, but here it is. Time to deal with it. On the other side, I'm not seeing any shenanigans from Uzi and from Noisek. Except for yellow and purple harassing the gold for teal. Teal now forced to wall that in just to make sure that the freaking Frank Scout can't get a kill. Because yellow is in the feudal age after all. Militia making their way to red's gold. But red is just going to get an archer range up and deal with that, I'm sure. You know, it's like if you go for a men-at-arm rush or a militia rush at your opponent's flank. Like, archers will come out eventually. You know, the question is just how long can you delay it? That's kind of the question, and I don't think it's going to be delayed that much longer. But again, killing a villager and causing all these these walls, causing a bit of idle time, this is all good, right? Red has walled up the left side, that's nice. He can wall up the front as well, keep his berries safe. Has the back gold, so that's pretty neato as well. It's less risky, unlike this gold, which is very risky, which is why Teal is already dropping a tower there. But this tower is a little bit far to the back, actually. I guess it will be okay. It will be okay. In the feudal age, it will keep Purple's archers away from the gold, which is probably what Teal needs. So I understand the tower here for sure. I agree with this. It's better to be safe than sorry. I think being without a tower and then being pushed off your gold is worse than not being able to instantly drop a town center in the castle age. I think we'll be fine. Mayans with the sick economy will be fine anyways. And of course the question is, what's going to be better here? Is it going to be market abuse and Saracen archers which punch through walls a lot faster than any other archer? Or will it be the archer spam from the Mayans? And I mean, they spam archers alright. The archers are discounted, which means that not only do you have a great economy with longer lasting resources, you also have the ability to create a lot more archers than your opponent do. So it's Mayans are a sick archer civ, that's for sure. Red trying to wall this up. Does he get the quick wall up? He does get the quick walls up, or at least the quick wall to his DC. And now blue can't break into the berries anymore and will not be able to do a whole lot of damage. I think this is pretty much the end of that Drush. You know, they got a kill. They should be happy. Actually, the Scout got the kill, not the Drush. Oh, wow, the Drush did all the work and the Scout went away with the honors, huh? You know, ran right away with the cred, as they say. As Red is actually sending his first archers forward as Blue finally makes it to the feudal age. Yeah, it took him a while, right? I mean, 30-minute feudal uptime is very late. The question is he just going to go straight for fast castle at this point? Because you kind of have to with Chinese at this point. Like, Drush into archers is not really a thing, is it? Because you don't have the food to click up the feudal age in time. So at this point, Blue is just going to fast castle it, isn't he? And he might even get away with it as well. Red only has 3 archers on the field, so he's certainly a bit delayed, for sure. And, of course, I think Blue also doesn't have to worry about getting doubled, because Yellow is on this side helping Purple, who was in the wood line, tried to snipe a Vil, didn't get one, though. But the archers for Purple are kind of isolated right now from Yellow. Yellow scouts are not in position. As a result, Purple taking a bit of damage here. Purple trying to micro to the left to make sure that the archers stay alive. But yeah, that's good for Green to get some early hits in here. And now it deals way more archers. Micros his way up the hill. Does have fletching. Purple does. Well, also does. I mean, you can hope so, right? At the end of the day, though, Yellow has the tankier scouts and actually ends up clearing up the archers from Teal as well. So in the end of the day, this is very even. So I guess that's okay then. We have Red making his way to Green, causing some idle time for sure. Oh! Uh-oh. Wait, hang on a sec. Did he delete the... No! Green, he built a market, he didn't finish it, and Red killed it with the Saracen archers, right? And now Green is down 175 wood. Ow, that's painful. That's a lot of wood in the feudal age, honestly. As the Drush is making its way to Yellow, because why not? If you can't do any damage at Red's base, might as well try at Yellow, and Yellow is not expecting this whatsoever, I'm sure. I mean, who would expect a Chinese Drush at 16 minutes? I don't know. By the way, the Chinese player, 40 seconds away from the castle age. Oh, Blue's gonna get a kill. Yeah, Yellow didn't expect it. Yellow didn't expect it. And bam, another kill for the Drush. Look at that. Drush FC, he got pretty good uptime. Yeah, it's good. It's a good castle age time. I mean, it's very risky, but he got away with it. Walt, he's fine. We got scouts attacking teal. There's a lot of scouts for yellow, but they're going to have to do some damage to blue somehow, or at least keep red safe, because red is... I mean, I like how red reacted to this. See what red did? See, there's only one archer range here, which means that red invested into farms first, right? First into farms, he will build an archer range later. So red realized what blue is doing, knowing that if a Chinese player goes the Drush, it can't be Drush into archers, it's going to be Drush FC, probably. So instead of like going heavily into archers and not being able to break into blue space, he just focused on economy, and red is going to be able to click up in just a second here. So red's going to be fine. You know, did some harassing at blue's green's base, got a freaking market down, which is 175 wood. So I think red is going to be okay. The only thing is though, crossbow's now showing up to his space. So red will be okay if he can keep his economy alive. We'll probably have to tower something here, because those crossbows are going to walk right around and do some damage somewhere. Yeah, blue decides to go for the gold. Yeah, there you go. Red already dropping a tower. Like I said, you need to drop a tower there, because if the crossbows get in, you're screwed. Red does click up, same time as purple, by the way. So purple also had a good macro behind this. Or did he use the market? I think that he used the market. I mean, why wouldn't you? You're Saracens after all. As, ooh, purple and yellow getting inside teal's base. Green does not have any scouts on the field right now because he clicked up to the castellates. As a result, teal is going to get some punishment here. Teal's army going to go down. He's forced to drop a tower on one berry bush and the wood line. Ay, but that tower is not going to save you from scouts, that's for sure. Or at least that well a little bit. Yeah, teal a little bit on the back foot. I can't believe... Oh, there was a hole. Look at that. Jesus Christ. What are the odds of that? Like, that is such... That doesn't even look like a hole, but it is a hole. Can't believe it. Anyway, on the other side, panic in red's base as red is trying to hide his villages in the north, hoping that blue doesn't spot that, but red is going to take some damage here. 2 villagers down, 3 villagers down. The fast castle for the Chinese player is paying off. 4 villagers down, it's going to be a slaughter. No. No, red and blue's got ballistic, so he can shoot straight as well. Jesus Christ, red losing a lot of villagers there. How many vills is that? That's 11 vills down for red. Holy crap, that's a lot of villagers to be down. Yeah, red is certainly on the back foot now. I mean, Vietnamese are pretty good at that. They're a defensive archer civ anyways, but man. It's like when you play... It's like when you play with your dog or something and you like run on one side of the table and then he runs to the other side and you run to the other side and then he runs back. It's kind of like that, except with deadly results if you go the wrong way. Okay, red's quickly walling that up. He loses a villager in the process though, but now blue can still range it. Red, so many villagers dying. Everything is dying. Red's down to 25 vills. Ay. Yeah, that wasn't very good for red, was it? Rosenville's dying for green as well on his town center, as purple has a lot of archers now. Teal is on the way to castellates, only has 5 archers on the field, so right now, not a whole lot of help that green can get from teal. And purple is gonna walk right in with the Saracen archers. Guess what? We got that attack bonus. And green is forced to send his camels back. Camels that could be used to attack red right now. Have to come back to defend himself against crossbows. And guess what? Good luck defending yourself against crossbows with camels. It's not going to be pretty. And green probably feels the need to take a fight here with the faster attacking camels, but with some good micro. Yeah, there's no way that purple should die to this. There's no way. Cavalry pathing is just too bad. It's too damn bad to make you suffer from that. So, I don't know. Meantime, blue is going to back up. Here he's being chased by knights. These knights do have +2. They're also frank knights, so they immediately have bloodlines for free, essentially. And they will chase down his crossbow army. I don't think there's enough knights yet, though. Yeah, I wouldn't fight this yet. Trust me. I played a game yesterday. I was Magyars versus Mayans. Mayan player had a lot of archers. I was already behind after a few late, so I was spamming knights pretty much all in. I had like 15 knights against 30 crossbows. And because of the night pathing, I ended up losing anyways. Because they just kept bumping into each other as they chased the Mayan player around. Like, night pathing at the moment is horrendous. It is horrendous. Trust me. You need a lot of knights nowadays to actually kill crossbows, because if the opponent is just gonna micro back all the time, your knights do nothing because they're stupid. It's very frustrating. I'm not salty. No. Or micro the knights. Well, you can try, but like, I didn't have husbandry yet. That was still coming in, and you can't run those knights in front because, again, they're bumping all the time. It's really annoying. It's not like I don't micro the knights. It's just, as Teal takes some damage here on his wood line. Very nice for purple to get some hits in there. Of course, can't stay too long under this tower now, because the tower will eventually kill you. Here come the camels, still chasing purple's army. Purple's reinforcements, though, being picked off on the front if he's not careful. Yeah, there's a lot more archers here for the Mayan player. No surprises there. But that is Teal's entire army, so... yeah, but that's a good fight for Teal. That's a good fight for Teal. Picking up those reinforcements is a good idea. As we have... what? Blue is over here as well? Whoa, blue came all the way to this side. I guess they feel like Teal's really on the back foot and they really want to clean up Noisek's army. They're like, yeah, you know, we need to kill purple first here. We need to kill purple. Red's not that much of a threat. Well, red is still attacking blue, so he can still do some damage on the wood line here. But let's see if they can catch purple's army. Look at the movement here, the teamwork, the coordination. Everyone is there. My God. Wow, that's some nice maneuvering here. Look at that. Purple's not even going to bother microing this because it's not worth it. And wow, I mean, blue lost some archers there, but that was, I'd say, a pretty good cleanup there. You have to kill the pro player first. I agree. It's always a good strategy to kill the pro player first. Yeah, so we have yellow kind of attacking green, but honestly, I think for the knight player to attack the camel player's base is a mistake. Because, I mean, it's too easy for the camel player to reinforce with camels and then kill you, you know, like... I think it's the exact opposite for the camel player. If anything, you do want to attack your opponent's pocket's base, because yellow can't defend himself against camels. Not really. With a town center, maybe, but that's about it. Whereas green could totally defend himself against camels. No problem whatsoever. It's the world upside down, isn't it? Now, purple has 20 crossbows somewhere. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're right here. Kind of bunched up. 20 crossbows as the Hindustani camels are starting to chip away the archery range. Of course, they attack faster, and they do get a little bit of a bonus versus buildings to make them as strong as knights. That's why, or almost comparable. Now, purple is a little bit on the back foot. Lost a lot of crossbows there again. Oh boy. Let's see what red's doing on blue's side. Blue is at 80 villagers already. Holy crap. Versus 40 for red. Looking good for Combi, you guys. It's looking really good for Combi right now. Look at the vill count. It's 202 versus 169. Nice. Way more military for Combi as well. Like right now, I'm not liking Kananina's position. I really am not. It's a good strategy, but against Combi, which of the 3 pro players do you choose? All of them are 2k2. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess at this point it doesn't really matter which you go for, because they all have giant armies and giant economies, except Teal. So Teal's pretty much... Teal's more all in, right? Teal's still been on 1 town center. Purple at least is on 2. Red's also on 1 town center, which makes sense, as blue is sending some military to deal with this annoying crossbow army. More crossbows on the front. Remember, they have the Saracen bonus, so they could totally take out this TC if they wanted to. I mean, you totally could. You don't have to, but I mean, still... There you go, the camel player chasing around the knight player. And camels are supposed to be faster, remember? So, same thing. Chasing something that is supposed to be slower than you, and you still can't catch up to it. Oh boy! Teal's gonna wreck stuff. Ay. I mean, hang on. How many crossbows is that? 3 versus 22. Yeah, that's not even close. Purple luckily getting most of his villagers out, but man, oh man, is he in a rough spot. As Teal's just gonna run right through your economy and rampage and kill everything. Ay. Yeah, I don't know, man. This doesn't look very good for Kanana whatsoever. Like, they're behind in the vill count, they're behind in military count. They can't push on either side. I mean, Teal is just going to... Well, he's not going to click up anytime soon. He still needs a lot of food. Green, though, is almost there. Green's going to be able to click up in a second here. Hindustani boom. Unmatched as, yeah, yellow taking a fight. But, man, are those camels eating up the knights alive. There's not enough crossbows here for red to really make enough of a difference. And now it's just crossbows versus camels and crossbows. And that's not a winning combination, that's for sure. Ooh, thumb ring missing for red as well. That probably didn't help. Yeah, QNA is in trouble. Very much in trouble. So it's still 60 villagers for purple. That's how many villas he has lost in the meantime. We have some knights cleaning up this army in the back before more villagers went down on the gold, which would have been pretty bad. But now we have red getting overrun here at the front of his base, and the GG is called. They realize that that's not going to be a game that will go well for them going forward. Not with the military count, not with the vill count for Combi right now, and Combi takes the first game. Wow. All right then. 50 vill advantage. Yeah, that's difficult to come back from, especially when, as a result, you're going to have to spam. Like, I think being behind 50 villagers that's huge. That's less bad than being behind 30 military at this point, because that means that you have to invest to get all that military out again to match what Combi is doing. In the meantime, they're just going to go up to Imperial Age, and then you're never going to get up because you've been investing in more military just to keep alive, right? Just to stay alive, which is just no bueno. And right now, I mean, purple is getting completely overrun. Like, that maneuvering from Combi over here, just the coordination to have camels from here, crossbows here, crossbows there. Purple had nowhere to go, completely surrounded, his entire army destroyed, and after that, purple was too open, didn't have a lot of defenses anymore, and just got overrun. And of course, red getting overrun really early as well by that fast castle that they weren't able to punish. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, red's approach was decent here, right? I mean, he noticed that blue was gonna drush FC. Blue did some damage, did some delaying, but at the end of the day, it was only one village, and for the rest, he wasn't able to do any damage to red whatsoever, right? So red was fine. This was fine. But red then decided, I'm going to invest in one arch range, go get a lot of farms out first, and try to get up to castle age as fast as I can to catch up. Right, which is fine, right? That is fine if you realize that. The thing is, though, by the time that red got up to castle age, the crossbows were here. So it makes me think, maybe if going a little bit more aggressive, maybe, say, drop a tower on this forward gold from blue, try to break through his walls, while he's still in feudal age, while yellow and purple distract on the right side, which they were doing a good job of, by the way. Maybe try to do some damage to blue, as blue is not going to be making military, so he's very vulnerable, so he can be punished for sure. And now he basically got an unpunished FC, got crossbows out and killed 10 villagers in red's base, and red was kind of screwed at that point. So I don't know. It's all in hindsight. You never know, of course. It depends on when red noticed what blue is doing. But yeah, one can only speculate what could have happened. I mean, there was a moment where purple was certainly doing some damage in green's base. Then he went back to teal's base. And the thing is, purple was kind of on his own there, because yellow was busy raiding blue at that point, I think. There was no army here to support purple on his way home. And yep, the raiders got caught off guard and got completely raided themselves. Which, of course, is ironic. But yeah, let's have a look at the statistics, shall we? Military KD, yeah, Hindustani player did a great job killing knights this time around. 40 kills for him. That's pretty good. But yeah, the most kills go to teal. Yeah, teal killed a lot of archers, killed a lot of villagers as well, so that was really good. Same with blue, got a lot of kills. Yeah, KDs for the flanks weren't very good this game around for QNA. You can see only yellow had more kills, and I think that was also because yellow had knights, so he could actually kill archers, whereas that's more difficult to do for green. Army high, actually kind of similar, but the thing was that Combi kept their army alive longer, whereas QNA, they kind of lost their army, which you can see now. Look at that. Chat box is no longer blocking this, so now you can actually see all of it. Isn't it nice? Oh, very cool. But yeah, if you look at the the knight count for yellow, it started to drop below the camel count for green, which is not a good sign, that's for sure. But if you look at Combi as well, I mean, purple had a giant army, but losing those armies right there, that kind of set purple back big time. Like, red was so behind, he was never able to really match what blue was doing. But at least purple was able to do that. But then at that point, look at the army count. It's just no bueno, that's for sure. But we can't read the chat box. We want to see the chat. Ah! Damn it! Well, I can... We'll fix it some other time. Blah, blah, blah. We'll fix it. Don't worry. Darn it. Just joking. Ah! What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, darn it? You can't mess with the caster. Don't you know the rules? It's not allowed. Great economy there for the Chinese player. After his fast castle, had pretty much a smooth run, that's for sure. And I mean smooth, for sure. Look at that, very smooth. No drop there. Alright, APM, who was the fastest player? Stress the caster. How dare you? Wow, it was Blue with 108 total APM. That is insanity. What is that peak? 346 effective actions per minute. Jeez, he was certainly Chinese in the crap out of his civ, huh? Damn. Now that's some APM. I mean, what is that? Hitting your head with hitting your keyboard with your head or something? Jeez. Stress the caster achievement reached. You watch it or you're gonna reach the achievement got banned forever. Nah, just kidding. Alright. G to the G. And let's update the score. Because the first game, of course, has gone to Combi, which means that we will go to the home map from QNA, which is Kawasan. Oh boy, well, we know that they're good on Kawasan, so maybe we can go to a game 3 then, if they can win it. Or if Combi is just going to be too strong today. That, of course, is also a possibility. You can't ban me, I got the higher ground. You underestimate my power. Oh man, I love the prequels. They're so memeable. Alright, you guys ready for the second game between QNA and Combi? Let's go. That was son. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? Oh, you're gonna love this. Oh boy. Yep. Da 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 da. Goth. Let's go. Alright, let me change some colors real quick, because I want you to be green and you can be teal. That's easier to see. Sorry, gray pickers. No gray on this cast. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It just looks too much like the woodline color, can I say. Alright, well, welcome to the second game between QNA and Combi. It's 1-0 right now for Combi, who has also changed colors. So now it's Combi in the even colors and QNA in the odd colors, because of course, that's how they're gonna do it. Darn it. Don't I have any sympathy for the caster and the audience? Everyone's just going to get confused. No. Ooh, bro. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Well, let me introduce the players real quick. We'll start with QNA because this is their home map. In the blue, we've got Felipe playing as the Portuguese. Alrighty. In the green, we've got Veloso playing as the Cumans. Okay, interesting. That's what we thought, but let's see how it works out. In the teal, we've got Noisek playing as the Goth. Yeah, I mean, I said that if Goths were going to be picked, I thought it would be Kawasan. I can't believe they actually went ahead and did it. But I guess it's better than winning if you win this game and then having to play Goths on freaking Colosseum. That would be terrible. We have, we have Goth Shenanigan. Let's go. Wall in the lumber camp. Yes! Let's go! Okay, one more. You gotta one more or something. I don't know. Red is not happy about this one, but remember, this Goth villager is loomed because you can research loom instantly upon hitting the feudalates. So Red is doing a good job blocking this, by the way. Making sure he knows if that villager stays alive. Oh, and nice quick walls there for Noisedick. That villager will be safe for the time being, but I don't think she's going to be able to do a whole lot more shenanigans if Red sticks around. Red could wall her in as well. That would be an idea. Oh, it is an important fight, though. Yeah, Teal needs to be there as well, because Red has more HP on his scout. This is very risky. I think the response from Red has been pretty good so far. Uh-oh. Oh, no, the villager! Quick call again. Oh, man, Noisy playing with fire here, but Red, he knows. He knows what Goths can do. He's like, no, screw you. You're not gonna be an asshole with Goths. It's not gonna happen, so just get out of here. Get out of here. And, ooh, but Red losing a scout is an important thing. If Teal can snipe the scout, the villager can still do stuff. Okay, that's a big deal, because now Red can't block this villager anymore, which means that she can run around and do things. Alright. Anyway, so Red is Uzi playing the Vikings. What? Vikings on Kawasan? Doth my eyes deceive me? What is this? Okay, we'll have to talk about that one. In the yellow, we've got I Am Tatalis playing as the Persians. Now, that I do understand. That's a good one. And in the purple, we've got La Boda La Nieve playing as the Italians. Also a good water civ or hybrid civ if you want to fight over the pond. Yes, because Kawasan, it's all about these ponds that are between the players. You've got 2 safe ponds between the pocket and the flanks. And, of course, 2 dangerous ponds between the 2 opposing flanks. Which of course it's very much worth it to fight for that. Obviously, you probably want to dock and fight over that, which is why picking Vikings is such a curious choice for this map. The reason is, if you do want to dock and fight for water, Vikings is literally the worst ship to do it because you do not get fire galleys. And trust me, you try go for galleys in a pond that is this tiny, and no, it's not gonna work. I mean, I'm sure that Red probably of a level that if he played against me, he could probably prove me wrong there because but see, at his own elo, I don't think he can get away with that, going galleys in a small pond like that. I think that would be too risky. So Vikings, if you want to fight over water, that is not the best pond. But it looks like Red, if he's gonna fight, he might drop a dock later. I don't know, but he's gonna fish in the pocket pond, which that's fine, I guess. We got Purple going for the crazy walls up here. He's pretty far away from the choke point. You know, ideally you want to wall that, right? But Purple is so far away from that, that would be a lot of walling. Although, honestly, I'd still prefer it. So, right, so you send a villager forward with your scout or something like that, especially if you have a drush, actually. You wall that, you wall that, you wall over here. There's a lot of walling, I know. But then you team wall with Yellow. And if Yellow then walls this, you're completely safe. Anyways, we got Purple now returning the favor. Actually going for a drush again. That's what he did last time. What, is he going to try to go for a drush fast castle again? I doubt it. This is probably not going to be a drush fast castle. Although, I mean, with Italians, it's cheaper, so we'll see, I guess. Anyways, here comes the drush. Here comes the drush. And Blue wasn't ready for this. Okay, he's going to be ready now with some quick walls. Luckily for him, Purple does not go to the gold. He does know it's there. Now, he just scouted it. Now he knows the gold is there and that it's something to hit. And Blue, he's now dropping the mining camp. Get your quick walls ready. Okay, there you go. Should be okay for now, but still, it's always annoying to have to deal with these freaking militia early on. And Blue's wall off would have been pretty difficult as well. It's very open, actually, on his front, so we'll see. Update on the Gulf villager. She's gone. She's gone home. Let's see. Yeah, there she is. No. Wait, did she die? Hang on a sec. No, she's alive somewhere. Where'd she go? Where's the weak Vil? That's not her. She was weaker. Oh, there she is. There she is. Look. There she is. Very good. Update on the Drush. Still running around, but not doing a whole lot of damage this time around, I'd say. Blue is fully walled. Most of his economy is either under the TC or on water. Remember also that Blue has also docked the middle pond. So both sides are playing it really safe. Yeah, Teal's done the same thing. So wait, is no one going to fight for water? What? What? False advertising. They said they'd play Kawasada and they're not going to fight over water? What is this? What is this? Unbelievable. All this fish there just sitting there, you know, look at these smug fish jumping around like, yay, we're not gonna get eaten, yay, yay, look, they're having a party. You know, someone to teach them their place, damn it. Nah, I'm just joking. I guess we've been fishing too much anyway, so, ooh, look at that. Look, Blue's villager, he was looking at the militia trying to get in, he was like, looks like these gentlemen are trying to get into the palisade wall and they can't get in. Let me cut away from them because I'm such a gentleman. Anyways, Blue bringing out some archers. He should be okay now. That Drush will eventually die. Blue is walled on the left side now. That's pretty good. He's slowly getting walled on the front as well. Yeah, like I said, his wall up is kind of awkward. Did you know about that forest there? He does now, so that's why he's not walling to it. It's okay, though. As everyone's just kind of doing nothing. Wow, this is a super passive game so far. Except for the Drush. I mean, every player building chicken dogs, right? Yeah, exactly, chicken dogs, yeah. Do you have the chicken dogs? No, I had chicken dogs when I was a child. Now, you know, like, you better build your chicken dogs really early, because if they say if you get it later in life, it may be lethal. That's true for this as well. If you built your chicken dogs too late, you're probably dead. Anyway, Green doing what I expected Green to do, which is go for a Q and feudal boom, which is probably why no one's going aggressive. They probably want to give Green the time to get a boom going and you know, get his Vil count up really high. Whereas Yellow is trying to go for a Persian scout rush, which that's nice, but I don't think he's gonna be able to break in. Like I said, like Scout's opening is Provided that your opponent actually walls properly, scout opening is actually not that effective on Kawasan, which is why I say Magyars are not a good set for Kawasan, because you kind of waste that early potential with scouts because you can't break in anywhere anyways. But what you can do, though, is dock your opponent's pawn. Now, blue can actually see this because he has a fishing ship idle over here, which is lucky for him. But red is going to fight over a pawn with Vikings. What? Why? If blue notices this, he should be able to deal with this, right? Like, what is this? That is a sneaky dog indeed. Well, it goes up. That's one. Let's see. Galleys coming out. Blue, are you going to notice this? Blue. Blue! It's right there! You even scouted it! Blue! Blue? Oh, no, he noticed it, Look, he's making a fire galley, there you go. But the thing is, red doesn't have to fight over the pawn, all he needs to do is snipe the fish, and 2 galleys can do the trick, that's for sure. So you just keep them in your dock, wait until you have 2 or 3, and then you just come out and snipe all the fish. And it's not like you can really run away from this or anything. Red also going to dock his this pawn as well because he noticed that teal hasn't docked this. So he's probably like, yeah, you know what? We can take this. It's fine. We're totally fine over here. Now, teal has clicked up with the cast slates. That's good. We still have a drush going on, being very annoying. Although at this point you can just fight that with villagers because it's very weak. Why? Because he can. I mean, no argument there. He certainly can. He's proven that he can. So yeah, a galley demolition ref coming out. Oh boy. We got some archers trying to break into purple's base, and purple has absolutely 5 archers here to deal with that. Purple's going to be fine, just fine. Got this villager building some Viking houses out there. That's all cool and dandy, I guess. We got green sending some wood and food to teal for reasons. Question is what teal's going to be doing. That looks kind of suspicious, doesn't it? I wonder what that's going to be. I think we are about to see a Goth spam as we have a galley with a demo ship, and as a result, the fire galley is very weak now, and now you can snipe it with the galleys. Very nicely done by red. I mean, there's another one out there, so I guess it was all for nothing. But let's snipe some fishing ships. Let's see how many we can get. One down. And the second one. You can't stay close to that fire galley too much. Yeah, one down already. Yeah, this is why, right? Fighting in a pond like this with so few galleys is almost impossible. As blue's gonna try to pull this away to make sure that red can't get it, but I think that's it for the fishing ships. Don't think red is gonna be able to get a whole lot more unless he's gonna get a nice demo ref. Demo the fish! Demo the fish! Demo! Come on! Yes! No! Red! Demo the fish! No! So close. Would have been so cool. Alright, we have a castle on the shoreline. Not sure what that's going to be. In any case, it's not like teal's planning to go on water here anyways, because teal's just booming. 2 town centers and a castle. Way to go fancy, huh? As green right now is slinging teal. Now again, slinging is allowed, so this is a strategy for now. That means that green is not going to be able to contribute with military for the time being. Makes sense, he's still cumin booming. Look at that cumin boom. 60 villages for green already. Green's looking fine. He just needs to keep himself safe and we're okay. But of course you're got some more HP on your palisade wall, so I guess that's nice. Certainly helping blue as well, buying him some time here to get his houses up. Very nice. The blue archers got cleaned up and purple now coming forward with his own. I think player 3 making no docks is a mistake. Even though he's cumin, he didn't get that much of an advantage before other players got the gas slate. Yeah, that's again. I remember saying that, right? It's like so like you dock and you drop a town center, and then instead of going for a lot of farms, you make fish, right? And then you should be okay. But I guess green decided not to do that. I mean, in the end, the thing is, his teammates also docked and fished heavily in these spawns, so there's not a lot of fish to go around here. So I guess I understand it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. That's true. So we have what? Imperial Age coming in for Noisig already. Holy crap! Imperial Age at 23 minutes. That's crazy. That's a fast temp if you ever saw one. Jeez. Making use of that fish, very nice. We have Noisig also contesting the water now, which is good. We have a castle up already. Oh man. I hope they're going to be ready for this, because the Goth player is going to hit Imp. Now, the Goth player only has 51 villagers, so or 43, I mean. It's not like he has that much of an economy to spam just yet, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. Wait, oh, what is going on in Blue's base? Looks like Purple got in somehow. Wait, is there a hole here? There's a hole right there. See that? That's a hole. So Purple walked right in. No, not again, Blue. We did this last time. Now he's forced to micro with archers against crossbows, and crossbows fire just a slightly bit faster, meaning that they can kill archers quite easily. At this level, you should not be able to micro against crossbows, that's for sure. And now Blue is in the castle slates with crossbows, and now he's got one. His villagers are off the wood. Blue is in trouble. Also means that Purple could totally walk to Green if he wanted to, and Green's got no defenses either, so I don't know, man. Red also showing up at Green's base just to be annoying, sniped a few villagers. Very good, very good. But we have Red being kicked off of water. He's making longboats right now. Damn, son. Let's go. He's doing the same thing over here. Oh, longboats are a completely different story, though, because longboats can actually kill fire galleys, you know, with some decent micro. And, of course, if Blue's just going to sacrifice his fire galleys to the crossbows, the longboats are certainly going to do the trick. Oh, boy. Not only is Blue off of wood, he's going to lose his fish, too. Again, Combi seem on top of this. They're playing it really good, actually. Wait, who got murder holes? Did the golf player get murder holes? He's getting anarchy already. He's getting some traps out. I mean, certainly, Red is going to certainly be in danger to what the golf player is going to throw at him. And he's already preparing the barracks right now because he knows, right, that he'll have to deal with this. And I wonder if they expected the Goth pick on Kawasan and decided to go for Vikings because Vikings have good infantry. I wonder if that was the reason. Because Japanese were banned, which is the best counter to Goth, I would say. You know, because you have the best infantry in the game, pretty much. But then you counter that with Viking infantry, which is more HP. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, we had a tower from Green, but that tower is not going to stay up very long because it's being shot down by the freaking longbows, which outrange it. Yup, they outrange it. No, actually, no. It's 8 for 8. Doesn't matter, though. Everyone's here. Party at Green's base. And yeah, Teal is getting to a full boom. He's getting Huskarls out. And those Huskarls, instead of going into Red space, they have to be brought back here now just to save Blue and to save Green. Because they're being completely overrun right now. Ay. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Because you want those Huskarls to go into Red space instead of Red getting to prepare a counter now. That's no bueno. Anyway, Huskarls, of course, are an excellent unit to deal with this. Look at that. Extra bonus attack versus archers and 8 pierce armor. Yeah, these things kill archers. They eat archers for breakfast. When you ask a golf player what he would like to eat for breakfast, he will say, archers, please. Poached. Okay, Purple finding some reward here in the back as Green's got some villages there, and he better hope that Teal sends the reinforcement fast enough. I mean, Teal is sending some Huskarls. No. Green is accent is like, help me, help. Ay. Purple's got ballistics as well, does he? Actually, no, he doesn't. So he's actually lucky to kill so many villagers, actually. Wow, that's lucky. Killing a vill that far away without ballistics? That just never happens, does it? Let's see, we got some Huskarls going forward, and they are going to Purple. Okay. Now, interestingly, Purple did not team wall, so you can technically get to the back of his base as well, which is still completely open. Purple is getting a castle, at least that is the plan for now, as the first Huskarls arrive. And Red, he was ready, right? He was ready for this. He's got long swords. Long swords are pretty good, actually. They're not that much worse than Huskarls, I think. Let's have a look. Let's compare the stats, shall we? Let's see. Longswords have more HP because of Vikings, that's good, but they have less base attack, for sure. Also, more armor, so... I think it's pretty even, actually. Longswords against Imperial 8 Huskarls. Not when the Imperial 8 the Elite Huskarl attack comes in, though. I don't know about that one. Right now, though, I'm still waiting for Teal to run into someone's base and do some real damage here. It's not like he can run into Yellow's base, because Yellow is... Yellow is an imp as well. Done a great job booming. Like, Yellow's made a few knights, but he didn't really join in the fight so much. So Yellow is at 117 villagers right now, and... The Persian spam is on, and if you know anything about cavalry, it absolutely shreds Huskarls and longswords. So yeah, that's going to force the Goth player to go for Halberdier as well, which of course is a very dangerous combination. Now Red is committed to stone walls just to keep the Goth player out a little bit more, and I think this is actually the right response to the Goth flood, is to go for stone walls, by the way. Oh boy, interesting fight. How is this gonna go? Longswords versus the Huskarls. Should be a win for the Huskarls here. They still have the better upgrades. They are elite Huskarls as well. Yeah, that's not even close. All the longswords will go down regardless of them being Vikings or not. And that was a lot of investment for Red as well. It was that or go to Imp. And now he will not be going to Imp anytime soon. So Red is going to be in survival mode. There's one more tile. Okay, good. Alright, well, we're going to have to see the Persian player going for Paladin. Let's go. Persian Paladin will shred Huskarls, that's for sure. Not the Halberdier, though. Those will be coming out as well. Final attack upgrade coming in for the Goth player. He's at 107 villagers. He's got 2 pawns to fish from. I think the Goth player will be fine here. He will be fine. The question is, can his teammates survive as well? We got Red actually Red gathered some relics here and in the middle. That's nice. But yeah, Teal's doing the same thing. Thinking about doing the same thing now, which is always good. You know, in Kawasan, the relics are always in the middle, so getting some extra gold is always a good idea, especially if you want to start spamming. Guys, Yellow can't engage this anymore because of the Halberdiers now, and now at this point you kind of need Red to have some crossbows out and just somehow snipe the Halberdiers in the middle. And the question is, when Champion comes in as well, how is Red going to survive here? He's trying to wall that. Oh, is that a hole? No, it's a hole. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? And the Goth player gets in. Ah, panic. Panic castle, panic everything. Run. The Goths are here and they're fully boomed. And we all know what Goth players do when they're fully boomed. They shred. So, yeah, Houston, we have a problem here. Now, we do have, right, we should remember, we have Italians on the field. Now, Italians can certainly go for cheap chemistry, get yourself some hand cannoneers out to deal with the Goth spam. But for now, the Viking player, who will never get the Imp at this rate, that's for sure, needs all the help he can get. As yeah, he's trying to throw in some longsword member against Champion and fully upgraded Huskarls with 12 base attack, 70 HP. No way. There's no way you win that. Oh, man. Yeah, Red's in trouble. Red played so well, though. He played so well with the longbows, trying to take over pawns. I love that. It was good. But at the end of the day, they just slung Teal right to Imp, and Teal has the macro to also immediately get a boom going at the same time. As 114 villagers, all the upgrades. Yeah, Teal's happy. Spamming to his heart's content. Look at that gold count, too. Man, 3,000 gold. You can spam with that for days. It's really just food that Teal's struggling with. But yeah, he's got plenty of farms. He's got fish traps. Yeah, this spam is going to go on forever. And the question is, can Red hold on? As Red is trying to plug this hole up just to make sure that they can't get into his base anymore. I think he succeeded at that, actually. There's yeah, I think the Goth player is temporarily locked out here, but it's not going to take too long, obviously. At the same time, we got some military going to the left as well, just to keep Purple busy. And Purple has also gone for infantry. He's making two-handed swordsman right now. I mean, what are the odds, right? A category A game and the 2 flanks are going infantry. I don't know if I like that from Purple, by the way. I think I would have preferred hand cannoneer, honestly. You're Italians. Like, go for university, cheaper university tags, you know? I think that would be a lot better, honestly. Because at least with hand cannoneer, you also have a ranged option against crossbows to a degree. You know, if you have a meat shield in front of that, it should be good. We have Teal spamming in the Halberdiers now in yellow. He's taking a fight against Helps. I mean, it's still Persian Paladin, which is nice. They're fully upgraded, which again is nice. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna lose eventually because the Goth player can just keep spamming like this. It's no biggie. No problems here. Yeah, Yellow, he's doing it to save Red. I mean, it's already good that the Goth player is spamming Halberdiers more so than Huskarls right now. That's good. Like, he first has to chew through this Persian horde, and then he can go for Huskarls again. This is buying Red a lot of time to get his economy in order, because Red needs some time here. He's got fortified wall as well, so Red's going to be okay for now, but Yeah. We'll see what Teal's gonna do though, because Teal might decide that red's no longer worth it and go for another target. I mean, you see, he's looking to do that already. Look at that. We got red. I mean, we got Teal now building some barracks on the left, but purple spotted that. Very nicely done by purple, and yeah, it's gonna take a while before you have the resources to. We have a castle now from purple to make sure that Teal's barracks won't be used for anything, although I guess for Huskarls it's still okay. Yellow's still spamming and Paladin into Halberdier because he kind of has to. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but still. I wonder if it's worth it instead of fighting over here. Why not try to run into the Goth base and just destroy his economy, right? Like, why are we sacrificing this many Paladin to like Halberdier, right? Or is that just me? Like, honestly, like, instead of spamming this in, run around, yeah, you know, just, like, break through the palisade wall here, run through his economy, kill as many villagers as you can. It will force the Goth player to spam units back into his base to defend himself. I think that's a lot better than just taking fights against Halberdiers here, because, I mean, like, Teal's fine with this. He's fine. Like, this unit is designed to kill cavalry. It's designed to kill paladins. And guess what? You are going to run out of gold at some point. I mean, it's 1200 gold now for yellow. I mean, of course, they're going to be trading. That's good. Get your trade up, which will last as long as red can hold this side of his base, that is. And the same for purple on his side. But, I mean, still, right? I think it's a waste of paladin, honestly. Anyways, we have blue was also likewise on the back foot, and I don't know what happened, but blue is still in castle. He's in a similar position to red, both 89 to 71 villages, so slightly better for blue then. But the thing is, there would be a lot of military here. That's a lot of champions. They're going to the base of the castle. I mean, it's not going to be a doubt castle by virtue of how many villagers blue is using, but man, he's going to take some losses there. Ay. 97%. Okay, that goes up. Yeah, I know it's prices there. Double castle, not something that that these champions can kill. Not even with arson. So, yeah, purple's probably going to have to back up here. As purple is, he's just like, you know what? You guys deal with the Goths up north. I'm just going to kill blue. That's what I'm going to be doing. We have teal dropping some barracks over here. We got the knights now coming out for green as yellow's trying to find a way in. Okay, good. So yellow's now going to try to raid with the paladins. I like that a lot better. That's good. As red is going to... He could make a hole, I guess. Yellow came all this way to snipe Vils. Nice. Alright, we got some mangonels coming forward as well. Some siege for the Goth player. And looks like we're going to head to Yellow's base. Now, Yellow has Stonewall as well. Again, the best thing you can do against the Goth horde is Stonewall. I mean, yeah, they will probably come out with Siege Ram. Eventually. Which they get, right? Or is it just Capped Ram? Now I don't remember. But it's still better than being overrun from all sides. As yellow now running in, and I like this. I like putting pressure on blue right now. Take out the weaker side for K99 first, and just kind of ignore the Goth player, who is still kind of fighting in the middle. And it's still, like, that Goth player hasn't really done a whole lot of damage to Combi as a team. I think they're still fine. We got Paladin running all over Green's base, as Green is now getting the Paladin upgrade, but he doesn't have it just yet. Honors are coming in, though, for Teal. Ooh, he can cut through. He can cut through the wood line then. That should be good. I want to see Connor Thierry and Huskarls in the same match. That would be... I mean, it's possible, I guess, if someone on the side for Combi decides to go for Connor Thierry. That would be very funny, actually. What's better, Huskarl or Connor Thierry? I think the Huskarl is still better, right? Or is it the Connor Thierry? Like, they're equally fast. I think the attack is pretty much similar. I don't know, actually, which is better. Don't think red is going to go for Condottiero, though. He's just going to stick with champions, I guess. As the Goth player cut his way through the wood line, and there come the Halberdier. Now, this is a problem for yellow, because now he actually has to fight with his cavalry, and that's not going to be good for the paladin numbers, that's for sure. We have no trade yet for yellow, so he will run out of gold at this rate. He will run out of gold. Like, that's a given. It's kind of a problem, isn't it? They look so similar, I always confuse them. Oh yeah, that's true. They both have round shields as well. In the meantime, we have red makes it to imp. Red's actually an imp. Blue's not. Blue's still taking damage from purple. He's slowly getting destroyed, and if no one is going to save blue, he will die to this eventually. Like, he's trying to boom, trying to get his food count up, but he doesn't have the gold, doesn't have the food. Blue's just forever castellates right now. At the same time, the attack from teal is getting beat back once more, and red spam against some longswords is just enough to kill some of these halberdiers. There's some champions for purple as well. They are holding the Goth spam, I think. It's just not good enough. it's not good enough. I mean, yeah, yellow will run out of gold at this rate. He's getting his trade out finally. That's good. But purple is still being stopped by the two-handed swordsman, the champions, and when there's champions and two-handed swordsmen, then the Goths will struggle. You know, it's always about quantity for the Goth player, but right now, the Goth player is losing his units as fast as he's making them, and you know how fast they make them, so... I don't know. It's like, I mean, he did do damage to red, but after that it kind of felt like he wasn't doing a whole lot of damage to his opponents anymore. And right now it looks like Combi have just stabilized. They have stabilized, they're holding back this horde, they're slowly pushing back that Goth spam. And now that the Viking player is also in the Imperial Age, he can get his tanky two-handed swordsman out. The champion upgrade is about to come in, and that means he will have the champions with the most HP on the map. That's for sure. Big fight in the middle though. Okay, now the Paladin come in for green. Cuban Paladin are fully upgraded and fast. The Paladin can certainly kill the champions for red and for purple. It's basically 2v3 at this point, because blue is not going to be able to contribute a whole lot, as green is forced to send in his paladins to the left as well, just to save blue, just to kill his army, as purple is making Genoese export, but because of course he is. Why not? Why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you? As we have a giant cavalry and infantry brawl. See there, you guys, on the red print stream. There you have it. Who needs archers, right? Who needs archers when you can have infantry? Yay! Oh man, that's hilarious. You gotta love this, right? Who's winning the fight though? It's pretty even actually, as there's a lot of paladins in here for green, and the paladins are actually doing the most work here, because Goth infantry lacking that final armor upgrade, they're just worse than other civilizations infantry. But paladins are paladins. They're just very strong. The only thing that kind of makes me worried for QNA now's position is this. Where's the trade? Like, they're starting to think about it right now, but... I mean, there's already 23 trade cards for yellow. There's 2 trade cards for purple. For red. Purple hasn't really made trade cards yet. I guess he's fine for now. But that's going to be a problem. Eventually... players will start running out of gold. Look at the Goth player. He's got 3 on gold. He's got 200 gold in the bank. That's not a whole lot to spam. That means you're stuck spamming halberdiers for the most part. He still has a lot of champions on the field, yes, but I don't know. Bit of raiding here in the back for green. Would be a good idea to maybe raid the trade, because if yellow gets his trade up and running, the paladin spam will recommence, I should say, and never stop. And when we get to late game, I think honestly I like Combi's civilizations a bit better. I mean, the Portuguese, if they were actually fully boomed, sure, you know, that's nice, but they're not. They're encapsulated. Oh, actually, blue manages to get the Imperial Age. Wow, look at that. Wow, after all this pressure, blue actually clicking up. The thing is, will he actually get there? Oh, no. No! 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 It's the imp TC! It was his only TC! Blue had only one choice! You gotta be kidding me, right? Blue! Blue! No! Young Garrison, repair it! Blue! That was the imp TC. You gotta be kidding me, right? Oh, blue, all that hard work to get up the imp, and he's still not gonna get there. We have green and we have teal cutting their way through red's walls here, but man, is that a lot of Viking champions here. Holy cow. Onager doing some work though, as red can't quite get to the Onager in time. As a result, some of the champions died. The paladin's running into the back of red's economy, and red is he's okay though, because this is still a choke point, which is still, you're fine with that, although you gotta be careful for the Onagers, of course, although the Onagers are kind of killing a lot of green's units as well. As green is spamming in the light gap because he doesn't quite have enough gold for a lot more paladins after this batch. It's a tricky moment, you guys. Tricky moment. But remember, blue is completely screwed as well now, as blue is trying to wall this out, trying to make sure that these paladins cannot get into the back of the base. I like the stone walls here. It's very well done. Making sure that this army can't get in. Don't tell me there's a hole. Is that a hole? That's not a hole, right? Well, I guess we'll find out if yellow clicks beyond. Right now, we just got so many raids going on in red space, and red is trying everything he can just to stem this. Yellow sending in some paladins as well just to help, as the golf player is unleashing his full might. You know, the last goal that he has, trying to break red, because if they can break red, at the least it's even, right? Because right now, it's not. Don't tell me, is that a hole? No. No? Okay, no, it's not. It's not a hole, because otherwise he would have been going through that by now. Right? Or... is it? I guess not. Anyway, we got Hussars in the trade. Now that's very annoying to deal with, because you don't want Hussars in the trade. That will mean that some Paladins and some Camels will have to be created here to deal with these. For now, red actually holding on. Wow, what a battlefield that was. Jesus Christ. We have yellow and purple trying to break through over here. I mean, the Paladins are almost breaking through the fortified walls now. If they break through, it's GG. If they break through the walls here, it's over. Because that's where the trade is for QNA. The little trade that they have, that is. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hold that, actually. Got some Paladins over here right now. We got Pikemen. We got Genoese Expomen, you know, which is a great unit to make against the Cavalry Civ, because it's literally... What? GG! The GG is called by QNA. They realize that the longer this game goes, the worse it will get for them. They do not have trade, whereas their opponent does. I think, honestly, green raiding the trade only made them realize how much trade a Combi actually had, and probably made them think, you know what, if they have full trade, we can't compete with that. It's blue is too dead. Blue is never going to be able to get back into this game. You know, they're going to break into the trade here if we are trying to get that set up. And we're not pushing anywhere because our attack on red failed. And so they called it GG. So Combi takes the second game as well on the home map for QNA. And what a game it was. Holy crap. Man, yeah, I can't believe blue, you know, went imp with 0 army and then his town center got destroyed. I mean, eventually he did make it, you know, with this TC. So I guess he got to imp. Yay! Imp to GG. Classic. But, yeah, well, it wasn't looking too good for QNA, honestly. I think Combi just outplaying QNA today. They just, played better, I'd say. I mean, honestly, yeah, because they won the set. It's not like QNA played bad, they played awesome. They really did. But today, it was Combi that reigned supreme. That's for sure. And, I mean, the sling the Goth player to imp and let him boom and spam play could have worked, but I think you're on a clock with that, right? Because you are slinging your teammate, which means that there will be less military from green and less from blue. Blue got kind of overwhelmed by crossbows again, kind of like last game, actually. Yeah, the crossbows getting in through that hole was a big deal. That freaking hole. And then the crossbows getting in the front as well. Blue got completely wrecked by that. And blue was kind of behind the game the entire time as a result of that. Which is no bueno, obviously. Green, in the meantime, wasn't making a whole lot of military because he was booming and slinging Teal to imp. And Teal got the imp, started putting pressure on red, and yeah, did damage to red, that's true, but red wasn't dead. Red actually took damage later than blue, which is nicer because you know, the later the damage comes in, the better it is, actually. Red then still managed to get the imp, managed to get his walls up and defend himself with champions. And Teal, after that, he was fighting a whole lot. He kind of skirmishing outside of purple space. He was kind of outside of yellow space. He wasn't really pushing anyone in particular. Like, it's like that golf spam, right? The longer you give your opponents to deal with that, the worse it gets for you. Because now, eventually, had Viking champions. Look at the HP on that. 84 compared to normal champions, only 70. So that's a lot more HP. That's like 2 extra hits you can take, almost, with that. So that's really nice. And the Italian player got all his options out. Some bumper cannons, Genoese Expomen, which are a great unit. We got trade set up for yellow. So they had time to adapt and counter what QNA now is doing. And I think it was also important that purple, despite red getting completely wrecked, and despite yellow trading so many paladins versus halberdiers, I think purple still pushing blue and destroying blue was a critical play in the game. Because if purple had tried to help on the right side to stop the Goth boom, allow blue to get back into the game, this game would have been a lot better for Canadina. But because they never let blue boom or get an army out, it was essentially the Goth player and the human player, you know, the two spam civs, right, against 3. With civilizations that are capable of dealing with that. I mean, the Italians can always go for hand cannoneers. And of course, Vikings have insane infantry. So, like Berserks, for example, kill everything that the Goths make. So, I don't know. I think long term, the plan for Canada was not going to work. Like, it requires the sling, getting the imp fast, which is what they did. They did it beautifully. It's just they weren't able to kill red. That was kind of the problem. Like, they could have maybe, if they killed red, they could have taken over this corner, and it would have been no trade for Combi. And then yellow trading so many paladins versus halberdiers would have been a really, really big deal. And now it really wasn't, because he can just make them again. So yeah. All right. Also, way more economy for Combi at the end. Well, that makes sense because blue was kind of dead, and no trade for Canina as well. So yeah. All right. Well, let's have a look at them statistics because I'd like to see the KD, and now that is a Goth KD. 499 kills, 872 deaths. Now, seriously, that's a Goth KD. Like, I know that looks bad, but that's just kind of what Goths do. It's much worse for blue, you know, because look, he was losing fights, a whole lot of them too, and green was barely even in his fight. Lots of kill for the Persian player. Paladins are such a sick unit. 648 kills. He ate Goths for breakfast as well, despite losing so many to halberdiers. We got red defending well as well, you know, well, trading even is good enough. And then we have purple pushing on his side was good as well. Look at how many buildings purple killed. Now that was very important as well. Let's have a look at the economy. Army high 106, 795 freaking units created by the Goth player. It's crazy. Good stuff. Economy-wise, yeah, Yellow's economy was insane. It's exactly what he needed to do as well. I think Yellow realized after making some scouts and feudalates that he was not going to be able to do a lot of damage with them. So he made a few knights, but for the rest, he just greedy boomed. He just greedy boomed, got the imp, and then started spamming Paladin. And yeah, it worked out. Teal's economy was about as good as Purple's economy, as you can see. Red was more comparable to Blue. Green's economy was kind of... I mean, it just compared the two, right? I mean, you'd expect the human boom to be better than the yellow boom, but I think because green was slinging Teal a whole lot as well, see, sending a lot of resources to Teal. Same with blue, actually. They both slung their teammate, so that was a risk, right? That meant that they were going to weaken themselves to make Teal stronger, so the Teal could kill. So if Teal doesn't kill, then you have a problem. Nice amount of relic gold too. That's nice. Yeah, look at that trade for yellow was up and running. A lot of gold to make paladins again. Yeah, very good. Alright, who had the fastest APM this time? It was purple. Actually, blue from last game, 89. Very nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Alrighty, well, I'd like to say congratulations, Combi, for their well-deserved victory. It was a really good set. And of course, good luck next time for Canadina. GG.